Hello and welcome to Joe Hands Hangout number 49. We keep going. So here we are. We have two returning guests that are together, and one who's not returning and not together with the other two. I'll have you each introduce yourself real quick, say who you are on the app, what you'd like us to call you here, and how far you are right now from where you were born.
All right.
Why don't you go first, Brittany?
Oh, me? Okay, so I'm britneybunny on the app. I'm in Maryland and I was born in Florida, so I'm not too far away. But this is kind of where I've lived my whole life. So, All right, we're live, so you need to come back. Swervin is here as well. That's his butt in the background. There you go. Introduce
Hello,
yourself.
I'm Swervin.
Swervin, you can call me Swervin. I'm in Maryland with my wife right now. I'm raised from Tennessee, and we'll be there in 3 days, or 2 days. Visit my family for the first time in a year and a half.
I'm Jordan, and I'm Pacbro on the app, and you can call me either one. And I'm approximately like 2 cities over from where I was born. So yeah.
Okay. Your mouth doesn't move when you talk.
Does it not?
He's a good.
Maybe I'm just ventriloquist throwing my voice.
It's possible. This is the Kung Fu edition, clearly. I'm Firefly5 on the app, Skype in real life, and I'm probably about 4,000 miles from where I was born. I think that's a pretty decent estimate. That's that. Let's see, we've got a handful of user questions, so we'll do those first, and then we've got some other questions too. That could be fun. So let's see. A vegetarian asks, what's a dish that you didn't expect to like but ended up enjoying? Swervin, why don't you go first? You've probably got a handful of these from the last while.
I don't know. I like everything. I'm afraid of trying any kind of food. I guess it would be frog. Frog is like you think it would be good, but it's pretty good. Yeah. And your answer should be sushi, I guess.
Yeah, I guess sushi would be mine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She wouldn't try until you got to Japan.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat sushi here in the States, but in Japan I like sushi, so
Okay.
I guess sushi.
Mine's along the same vein. Seafood I absolutely hate, but I tried Brazilian cooked salmon or something like that. My friend's dad cooked, and it's actually pretty delicious.
Okay. I eat everything. I think Swervin and I would eat well together.
Yeah. Everything.
No. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think I expected frog legs to be as good as they were. I didn't expect rattlesnake to be as good as it was, but that was good.
Rattlesnake? I heard that was disgusting.
Oh, you heard from someone with different tastes.
Where do you find this kind of stuff at, though?
I was in Australia at the time.
Oh.
Okay.
But we were in Vietnam about 2 months ago, and people the thing there is you kill a snake, you cut its heart out, you eat its heart, and then drink its blood. And I did not try that. That's pretty gross, but that's what we were doing. They said they enjoyed it. So
I don't know if I would try that.
Yeah.
A part of me would want to, but
yeah, right. But at the same time, I'd be like, no thanks.
That or the what is it in Thailand that they do the eggs, they're fertilized and partially developed eggs.
The chicken eggs, the black one.
Oh yeah.
What? I haven't heard about that.
But maybe not. It might be delicious.
Huh.
It doesn't sound delicious, but
It doesn't sound delicious at all.
No, it doesn't.
I would not like to try that.
let's see. British guy says one day. Oh, sorry. British guy says, he has its Back to the Future day. If I offered you to travel to the year 2045, but there's no way of returning to 2015, would you go?
No.
Oh, hell no.
No.
I probably wouldn't.
No chance.
My so opposed. Really quickly.
Mm-mm. There's a lot of time to miss out on.
Yeah. And
So
all
assume for the question that you're not, married, that you don't have kids. Just assume that it's single you.
well, but like family too, though. And friends, so it'll be like, what, like 30 years older?
Okay, well, you don't have to assume you're a hermit. But
Make new friends.
I mean, I can agree that it would be cool to see what was going on, or what it was like, but I don't think I would want to skip forward. I'll just live out my years.
I think if I had no attachments, then yes, I'd go. But I have a kid, so that's too much to miss.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, single kidless me would go.
Yeah.
Married with kids me would not.
Exactly.
Unless I could take them with me, then I think we'd all do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do it.
If you could take, like your family with you, okay.
It'd be fun.
Leave your family here.
Even if I could just skip like 3 years to get out of the diaper stage, I'd be okay with that.
The diaper stage is that bad, huh?
Oh my god, it's horrible.
No.
Remind me after we're done, Brittany, about diapers. There's a nice way to get out of them quickly.
Oh good, that'd be great.
Let's see.
Oh well.
EPASWR asks who's going to be in the World Series.
I don't follow sports at all.
Yeah.
Well, I asked that it was soccer originally. I asked Swervin if it was soccer. Like that's how much I watch sports.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a League of Legends Worlds tournament going on right now.
That's what he meant.
Maybe.
Who's going to be in it?
Well, the final.
Well, then what good is that? No.
I just play the game.
And I really don't.
Something like SKT and. Not like you know who those are, but.
Not a clue.
Damn truck.
Couldn't tell you who's going to be in the World Series either.
Yeah. No.
I'm trying to think of really any. Well, I guess they're getting close to that. I was trying to think of any sport where I would feel good about predicting who's going to be in the championship, and I think it's too soon to tell for anything else, really.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the NBA East would be the one to tell, but let's see. Flip Flop Girl says, when was the last time you did something so stupid that it was a total facepalm moment? And what was it?
Go. I don't know. I say a lot of like dumb blonde things.
I'll explain a story for you.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Someone bought some milk in Japan in the refrigerated section, and he said, "Oh, I used my translator app and it doesn't mean refrigerated." So she gave it to the kid on the plane, and he pooped like 37 times on the plane ride.
Oh,
Like, you put it on the refrigerator and you keep it refrigerated. That's just like common sense. But
Yeah, right.
that's the face palm
Uh,
both of us.
Oh,
uh, the
Thank
question
you,
was a
Dad.
facepalm moment.
Give me this truck.
Facepalm moment for me would be last week I was studying for a math test because I'm in college, and I put my notebook in between um, my back and my backpack just because I need to grab my wallet out of my backpack. But then I completely forgot it was there, so I dropped it, got on the bus, and did it.
Is there an off button on that?
So there goes my math notebook.
again, mine is probably kid related. I couldn't tell you what it is even, but it's probably kid related. Uh, no, I have no idea what. I mean, I had like a couple of stupid things on campus today where it was like there were a couple of things I should have realized early on, but they were, I mean, I don't think that they count as so stupid that they were a total facepalm moment. They were just like, should have known that one. But
Mm.
Huh.
no, I, I couldn't tell you. I'm sure Julie would be able to give you a thing or two, but
Probably. She remembers everything.
she does remember everything. But she's sleeping, so I'm safe. From
Yeah.
outed for being stupid.
Darn.
No. If I think of something, I'll let you know. The Flip Flop Girl also asked if you could marry a fictional character, who would it be and why?
That's a hard question.
You should go first.
Let me think
Um, really a fictional character.
my answer.
Then you get.
Yeah, go
Yeah, you go first. I have no clue.
Kate Beckett from Castle.
Really?
Yeah. A badass cop chick. Yeah.
And she's really hot,
Yeah, that's
so.
him. You can marry Mr. Castle. That's fine.
No, he's a bit of a goofball.
That's why he's awesome. I'd marry him. All right. He's legit. He's rich. He's funny.
I think I'd probably choose Morrigan from Dragon Fable.
I have not heard of this even.
I'm not familiar with that person.
Video game character.
Oh.
Dark witch kind of person. Extremely attractive.
Hmm.
Okay.
I've actually been thinking about this one earlier, and there's only one person that would pop in my head, and I'm actually kind of embarrassed to say
Please do.
it.
The floor is
Edward
yours.
Cullen.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Wait.
He's laughing at you.
Yeah,
Are you saying book Edward Cullen or movie
yeah,
Edward Cullen?
book Edward, like
Oh, okay, that's a little bit more redeemable.
not the movie one. He's horrible. But book Edward was better, so I would go with the book. Although I like PETA from the Hunger Games series, so I don't know. It's like the little teen fantasy toss up.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, I think I would have to go. I guess more along our lines, swervin. There's a character in a book called The Traveler, and if you haven't read it, it's a really good book. It's a nice one by a guy, John 12 Hawks,
Wow.
which is completely a name he made up. But it's a good book. It's kind of a 1984-ish type of idea that someone's always watching, and it's really interesting. But the main female character in that is kind of along the same lines, a little more maybe a little bit more intense and a little bit less. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. It kind of along the same lines as though. I feel like I should try and come up with an answer that isn't pretty much what he said. But when you're right, you're right, you know? Runnerman says, what's the best
right,
prank?
so.
There you go. What's the best prank you've pulled on someone or had pulled on you?
You go first,
I
Ian?
don't pull pranks, but I can tell you one that I want to pull on somebody.
Yeah.
I really want to get like Kool-Aid powder and unscrew the top of the shower head and pour the Kool-Aid powder in, and screw it back on, wait for someone to take a shower, dye their entire body red.
Yeah, in college, I feel like that's a pretty standard college prank.
Yeah.
Either that or bouillon cubes.
Oh God. Somebody smells like chicken.
How about you, Swervin? You've got one.
We did a lot of pranks in the Navy. I got taped to a chair one time, and they're like spinning me around for several. It was like about an hour probably, spinning around.
Oh God.
So.
That sounds awful.
It wouldn't stop. Kept going and going and going. So that's probably it.
Well, that sounds terrible.
I don't really know any pranks. Like, I'm so boring, I really couldn't. And I could care less about pranks.
Do you have siblings?
I do. We don't like to discuss him.
I was going to say, you have siblings and you don't pull pranks? That's...
Well, he used to pull pranks all the time. He used to like to scare me. So my bedroom was always across from the bathroom, so he would jump out of the bathroom, and I've broken my hand trying to punch him before.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's about it, but that's not even really prank worthy for the normal person.
It's just kind of what siblings do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I have a funny prank-related story. Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
Okay, so I just got in the ship with, we used to watch together, and he told me a story, like, he stole this cardboard cutout of a person from one of these stores. It was like David Hasselhoff or whatever back in the day. So he stuck him in the middle of the road at dark, and when people would drive us about this big curve, they see the cutout, they slam their brakes on, like, swerve to avoid this cardboard thing. And then we see it's a cardboard cutout, and they get so pissed, they start screaming, like, cussing, and, like, going on. And then someone actually stole the cardboard cutout and took off with it. So that's...
I had a friend do that with a cardboard cutout of a cat.
A cat.
Oh.
Yes, a cat. It like glinted in people's like headlights, and they were like, "Oh shit!"
This is why you don't swerve for a cat.
But if it was real, I'd feel so bad.
You know, I think I hit a cat maybe about a month and a half ago, and I did feel bad about it. I was driving home, and it ran out into the road. I mean, there was, even if I would have slammed on the brakes and swerved it, there was no way. Like, it jumped between my front and rear wheel. It jumped out when I was halfway through. Like, there's nothing you can do at that point, you know?
Yeah.
But the next day, it definitely looked like a cat when I was driving past the same spot, because it's, you know, a quarter mile from the house.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. But so it is. I think my best prank, there was this guy. So yeah, I used to party with a handful of people, and there was a guy who would always come, and nobody liked him. No one ever invited him. He just kind of would crash. And we did different things to try and illustrate to him that his presence wasn't necessarily welcome. There was one time we tied him into a rowboat, like we duct taped him into a rowboat, just pushed the rowboat into the middle of a pond.
Oh my god.
He was passed out at the time. When he came to a couple hours later, and everyone else had fallen asleep, then it was, I mean, it was loud. But this was the same guy. This is that guy who comes over, and when he pulls into your driveway, he hits one of the cars that's there, and then he breaks the things while he's there and everything. So nobody really felt too badly doing anything.
Jesus.
Yeah. He ended up in a slightly different prank. We all chipped in and bought him a train ticket to Arizona, and he might not have been aware that he was going there, but then we got him on the train and sent him off to Arizona. And that was interesting. But then he stopped crashing parties. That was okay.
Well, something worked.
Yeah, yeah. And that was a different life, but still interesting. Sarcastic asks, would you sign a piece of paper that guaranteed you second place in anything you do? The catch, you'll never be in first.
No, that's boring.
If I don't earn it, I don't necessarily want an award.
And there's no point in trying to do something if you know you're always going to be second place.
Mm-hmm. There's no motivation at all.
Yeah. No. Hi!
The Bentley?
You have a
that?
different hat on today.
It's different hat than that time. Absolutely, I'm glad I said that. Oh, look.
You on camera?
Who's that guy?
The giant baby. Oh my god.
Don't touch. He always has a Pokemon hat on.
Is that funny? What is that?
Is that a toy truck?
Not sure what's going on there.
Yeah. He's on mute, so he's telling him. It's pretty late for them. They're usually in bed at this time. Or quietly going to sleep at that point.
Oh yeah, it's like 10:30 there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, ours is wide
I
awake.
thought they're in Michigan.
He's been in his room for the last 3 hours. He'll be awake for another 2 hours because that's what he does.
That's what he does.
When I was younger, I was like that too. Like I couldn't sleep.
You know,
Yeah.
me too. I was the kid who always stayed under the flashlights with a book.
Yep.
I didn't have enough supervision to warrant a flashlight. I just put my lights on and did whatever. But the same idea. I say that I used to, as though I sleep a lot now.
Yeah, right.
No sleep.
Yeah. Well, the oldest stays up for forever, and he reads a lot, which is interesting too. So he'll stay up reading for the next couple hours.
A couple of hours? Doesn't he have school tomorrow?
We've been homeschooling him so far,
Oh,
which gives us a lot of leeway. But
right.
we've got friends who have kids the same age, and so we kind of compare to what they're doing in school, and it's really hard to justify sending him to school to go learn how to recognize letters and stuff like that when
Because what grade would he be in?
he'd be in first grade.
Oh yeah, and you guys go on so many trips with them, and to all these museums. He would get so bored.
Yeah, and he's been reading, like chapter books since he was 2, which doesn't make sense to me because I now have another 2-year-old.
Right, and she would excel in first grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be a total waste.
He's been reading those since
Yeah.
he does, like math, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, that kind of stuff.
The only thing I'd worry about in that case would be the social aspect of what a kid learns at school. You know what I mean? Because I've got a friend who's dating a guy who's homeschooled, and he's just so ignorant about the way society works and how to act around people.
Oh, you got another one on there.
Is that the new trend?
Multiple hats.
It's cold. Michigan's cold already.
It's cold here in Maryland.
Washington's still warm. I'm wearing shorts outside these days.
That's what it would be like if we were back home in Japan right now. It'd be still like shorts and flip-flops weather.
Global warming.
Oh, we lost service again.
You know what? That happens to me like a lot. It keeps skipping.
He stays up forever. I don't get it. No, I do get it. I almost
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like that I'm not using it, you know?
What's that?
Is it kind of working?
Oh, you're back.
There. Yeah, we're on hotel Wi-Fi, so
Oh, yeah.
it's
Oh,
like
beautiful.
spotty.
I'm on like $10 Wi-Fi. So,
So second place. Would you be willing to always be second place?
Nope.
no,
I'd never do that.
definitely not.
You would?
Yeah. You're playing like chess, you're gonna lose every time, but you're doing like 1,000 people and you're second place every time. You're pretty good.
Boring.
That's not boring.
No, that's totally what I was thinking. I was thinking, I run marathons. If I could guarantee second place at a marathon
You
finish,
second place.
Yeah.
yeah, Shoot, I'd take up like professional golf. Second place, I'd.
Oh yeah, you
guarantee
could make
second
money
place.
off that one.
Yeah, I don't have to do anything anymore. I don't
Oh,
even have
I
to
mean,
do
if that's
it.
the
I'm
case, then I'm
guaranteed
changing my
second
mind.
place.
I'm changing my mind.
Can't do it.
I mean, take the easy road or lose all motivation.
I know what you're saying, but realistically, for me, so running marathons, very few people go out and run marathons with the intention of winning.
Mhm.
That's not really the sorts of speeds that you need to be able to win those things are insane, and
Mm-hmm.
so it's that idea. I mean, for me, the enjoyment doesn't come from placing or anything like that. But if I can do it and know that I'm gonna take second or something, I mean that would be a big thing.
Yeah.
But the enjoyment has nothing to do with the place there. And then golf, like I don't particularly like golf. I'm definitely not any good at it. But it's the sort of thing where second place could essentially earn me a living.
That's true.
I mean, if you're only looking at the aspect where you can live, you can but leaves a bad taste in my mouth for some reason.
Sure. My hobbies and such aren't based on competition, so the idea of doing
Yeah.
better or worse in them, um, as far as compared to other people, just doesn't make any kind of a difference to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a loss for me. It's actually a huge gain.
Pop out of here.
Fair enough.
But I get it. I mean, if I was hyper competitive or if my whatever, then yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
I wonder, would that not be like, would not go back?
Would what?
Because imagine you had to be second place in a marathon, would that enhance you to be able to run fast enough to be second place in a marathon, or would you just be second place in a marathon?
I don't know. If I can beat my own time, that's really all I'm going for.
Fair enough.
I can't run 5-minute miles for 26 miles. I can't.
Yeah.
If I run consistently every day for the rest of my life, at no point will I be able to run 5-minute miles for 26 miles.
I don't think I could even ever run.
I mean, like, at my best, I think I was running. Yeah, at my best, like in high school type of thing, I could run 5-minute miles for 2 miles.
Dang.
So there's no way.
Yeah.
If I dropped, well, I'm a pretty in shape person, and if I dropped a good 50 pounds, which I think would be the lower limit of what I could possibly physically weigh, then maybe I'd have a shot. But I can't do that. I can't be like 120 pounds. Like that's insane.
Ready for bed?
Trust me, I get it.
Let's see. We've got a handful of questions from previous episodes that have been
Unanswered.
that have been unanswered or that were just fun questions and worth asking them from far enough ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here's one. Your teenage daughter or son, I guess it doesn't matter, asks you if you ever used drugs as a teenager. You did. Do you admit it?
Sorry, my video skipped. What was the middle part of that?
Your teenage kid asks you if you did drugs when you were a teenager, and the truthful answer is you did. Would you admit it?
Oh, hell yeah. If I'm more open with them, then they're less likely to do the kind of things that would screw them up or overdo the kind of things that like that.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
My answer would be no, regardless, because I didn't do it. But if I did, I would not tell them.
I think I would tell, yeah. Just so they're not sneaking around behind my back.
That's the other thing.
You know, like, my mom let me drink when I was younger, but in the house, and I didn't really run around too much drinking behind her back. She usually kind of knew, for the most part, what was going on.
My mom was like that too, and I remember when I was younger, and she said if I was out at any point, and it didn't matter what.
There's got to be more to the story. I just know it.
I know.
Then she would come and pick you up so that you wouldn't drive home.
Nope. Never made use of it because I was always smart, but never got myself into situations where I needed to.
Yeah.
I think
regardless of what I did.
I would admit it. I am totally about the idea of being as open as that, or as I can be with that. I think it would be, I don't know. I don't know. I think as soon as I start hiding things, then I can expect them to start hiding things from me too. And
Yeah.
realistically speaking, they probably are already going to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Might as well. I feel like if I'm fairly transparent with them, then I'm
It kind of takes their thrill away of sneaking around.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather send an embarrassing email to your entire company or eat an entire stick of butter?
Stick of butter.
Oh, the butter, yeah, because
That's easy to get over
on a
with.
ship full of dudes, that'd be kind of
Yeah,
Oh, in the military, that's
I'd be butter
awful.
too. I guarantee you I'd get an oil headache afterwards, but I would eat the butter too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too much of an awkward person, but I'm awkward, and I feel like the rest of the time that I worked there, people would still remember it, and I'll eat the butter and be done.
I know people would remember it because we were talking.
If I can take the stick of butter and make it into
No, definitely never gonna do something that lets me be remembered.
if I can take the stick of butter and make it into food, like do
That's cheating.
it is. It is. I
It
take
is
an entire
cheating.
stick of butter wrapped around some mashed potatoes with some
Wrapped around some mashed potatoes because it wouldn't melt or anything.
butter
right.
popsicle, like right out of the freezer.
No, I'd probably send the email. Honestly, I'm not someone who gets embarrassed very easily, and uh, realistically, I would probably just end up making fun of myself at work for it, and it'd be just one more thing.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't embarrass easily at all. I think it would have. I'm trying to think of what an embarrassing email would even be, but
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the amount, the scale that we're looking at here.
Picture your junk, then what? That's pretty embarrassing, I think.
A picture of your junk would get you fired. If you send it to the entire lawsuits filed against you there,
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I think for his company, they'd probably print a bunch of pictures out and post it at
They would
different
stick it down all
places.
the place. It'd be everywhere.
that's true. It'd be you'd be given a calendar at the start of every page of the calendar. Uh, it'd be funny though. Let's see. Would you rather have absolutely no hair or hair all over that grows back quickly?
it's a hard question.
What's it?
Um, Probably no hair. I, I would overheat so much if I had hair all over. Just keep in my body heat. And plus that if I go swimming, I'm like, all that water tension or whatever dragging me down.
Mm-hmm. Swervin?
There it goes. Damn Wi-Fi. Alright.
Was there a question asked or what?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
Would you rather have absolutely no hair or hair all over that grows back quickly?
No hair.
No hair.
I didn't write down who asked this. This was from February, though. So
Oh my
last
goodness.
February.
That's a long time ago.
It is.
What? I mean, eyebrows. I like eyebrows. I don't know.
You can pencil those in.
Like, oh, it's always angry face, so straight line. Always angry.
Yeah. Let's see. Would you
And
rather?
wipe it off and pencil in a new eyebrow.
Would you rather for the rest of your life be slightly itchy or slightly sticky?
Oh,
Oh, that one's a hard one.
The what?
there are
Slightly-
no good options there.
Slightly sticky.
What's sticky?
Your whole body.
Probably itchy.
Yeah.
Like, they shake someone's hand, your hand's sticky. Like, the guy's like, what the hell's in his hand? He'd be like,
Yeah.
you're embarrassed.
That's actually his biggest pet peeve, though, because even when I was pregnant, he's like, man, I hate little kids. They always have sticky fingers.
It's always sticky. It's true. What he gets is always sticky.
I'd probably take the itch too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, there goes any romance if your hand's sticky every time you go to hold hands or something like that.
Mm,
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like. Well, I think I might take slightly sticky. Because I think it wouldn't be the constant discomfort. It would be less. I don't know.
less of the annoyance between the two.
Yeah, maybe less frequent of an annoyance between the two. Anyway, I don't know.
Well, but
I mean, if you were
Didn't your
sticky,
clothes stick
you
to
could, like,
you?
roll around in some dirt, and that'll help with not being sticky, but then you're, like, dirty all the time. So I guess there could be
Charlie Brown? What are you talking about?
there could be ways around it, I guess.
God.
I'd have to avoid pollen.
Gig.
Oh, going to the beach would be awful.
oh, I know.
Oh no.
Then you're itchy and sticky both because you're covered in sand. That's like the double bad.
Maybe slightly itchy is the better choice.
Exactly.
Man.
I wonder if you were sticky, would you leave like a snail trail?
Stop.
Having young kids, things that are sticky don't necessarily leave trails.
I think that would be if you were slightly gooey.
Or slimy?
Yeah. Sticky, you would have, like, things stuck to you, maybe.
Just a little bit sticky.
You like hit the walls and things.
Like
okay,
an
okay,
indefinite kick me sign on your back.
I'm behind walls. Like,
Oh, man. Well, I mean, like your clothes aren't sticky.
Oh, well, that
Until they
defeats the
touch you.
Yeah. I guess the insides of your clothes would become sticky, maybe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I figured sticky like after you work out or whatever, how you're just a little.
Oh, you mean like sweat
If
sticky,
you
not
wait
like...
too long and you're just a little sticky.
No, that's the easy route. Don't go the easy route. It's like a little kid smearing lollipops on their fingers to kind of stick.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's
you've got
that's what I
like,
was thinking too.
black color to it, you know, like dirty. That is sticky.
Not to mention, every part of you that is exposed would continuously pick up all the lint from the air. So even though it doesn't seem like much, eventually it would blacken your face.
Exactly.
That's true.
There's no good option here.
There's not.
is your puffs?
Oh no, we were there.
Oh yeah.
That was a good question.
It really was.
Probably followed up with not a good one,
Hmm.
but we'll see. Yeah, I liked this one. If you could. Okay. If you could steal 1/10 of a second from each person on the planet and transfer it as you see fit, would you?
Oh yes, definitely. The question is, could I transfer those tenth of a seconds to somebody else's lifespan, or transfer them to any point in history, or transfer them to what?
You
That's a very open-ended question.
can
Yeah.
transfer them to the lifespan of any set of people that you choose. You can keep it for yourself if you want. You can spread it out over however many people you want. A tenth of a second off each person comes out to 24 years total, by the way.
Interesting.
An extra 24 years.
24 years. Is it specifically to adding the tenth of a second, or can I take away that tenth or that 24 years?
No, you've got 24 years of time to allocate.
Okay. I'd probably elongate like the most influential scientists' lives, the advanced human society.
I don't know what I would do with it, really. I don't know.
For what it's worth, the question was, would you take the chance or not?
Oh, I mean, no then, because I don't know what I would do with it. No.
I'll take it. I'll just give myself. I'm
Pretty
Live
fast.
24 years longer.
It's like I don't want to live that long.
Yeah,
I'm
me either.
perfectly fine with the end being whenever the
I'm
end.
probably die like 60 anyway, so 24 years, 84. That's pretty average.
94. Right.
What?
68 and 24. 92.
84. I just have a social arts degree, so I don't know. You're working on your post grad thing, so.
I just missed all of that.
So 60 plus 24 is 84.
You said 68 and 24. I thought you said.
I said 60.
Oh, okay. I was like, no, it's 92.
Well, then you were both right.
Yes. Yeah, here's to that.
Looks like we can all do simple math here.
Yeah.
Simple math with bad Wi-Fi turns into bad math.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
I've been there's someone I talked to over Wi-Fi, and we do math problems. You know, he'll ask for math homework help, and it's a struggle sometimes, just because it's like the middle of a sentence cuts out, and then
Yeah.
the whole thing. It's bad.
I have trouble with fractions, so.
What is this kid doing?
What would you do if? Oh, would you rather be able to see 5 seconds into the future, or be able to rewind time by 5 seconds?
I think rewind time, because you'd already see the 5 seconds if you rewinded it. So that's kind of adding it and then being able to redo it. Adding the first power and then being able to redo it. If that makes sense.
It does.
So, definitely rewind time. Because if I see a car crash happen 5 seconds ahead of me, then I can't do anything about it. But if I have that 5 seconds to rewind it again and again, I can keep trying. Eventually, maybe make leeway.
Okay.
The other thing is there's no limitations there. Like, it doesn't say that you can't use the power continuously over and over and over. So, you might even have more time to respond should something happen that you didn't like.
Let's say you can only use it once at a time. If you rewind, you can only rewind the same block of time once.
Okay. Oh, did they disconnect?
They ducked out. They may or may not jump back in.
Oh, okay. I'd still probably choose the rewind time.
Any particular reason?
Take back something I regret saying, a message I regret sending. That would be nice. Or heat of the moment decisions.
Yeah.
Definitely could see some.
I mean, I agree with you. I'd rather be able to go back 5 seconds because by seeing ahead, it's not like time pauses while you're seeing 5 seconds in the future.
So the 5 seconds passes while you're seeing the 5 seconds. That would get confusing. Like you're just seeing the other thing inside your brain while what's actually happening is right in front of you. You would have to be able to process two different perspectives of reality to be able to use that power effectively.
Yeah, it's too much for my head.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see if there are any more user questions, any new ones. But otherwise, I think we're nearing the end, and I've got kids that are up and stuff. So let's see. No, that looks standard for now. So with Brittany and Swervin's connection dying and kids being awake and stuff, I think I'm going to call it. And we're at an hour anyway, which is actually the amount of time we usually try and shoot for, which is
nice.
Pretty badly.
That's not bad at all.
So cool.
Okay.
Thank you for being on.
Absolutely.
And
it's been fun.
Excellent. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Definitely come back. Brittany and Swervin, sorry you're gone, but we'll see you soon. Or we'll see you again too. And other than that, I think that's it. Come back next week. Anyone who's watching, it'll be our 50th. And that means that we will officially pass SoHH on air for longest running whatever. So as long as we make it one more episode, we're good. And yeah, that's it. So I will see everyone next week. Thank you again, and goodbye.